Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's June 3rd, 2016. One of the headlines today is that Muhammad Ali is in grave condition in a Phoenix hospital. And sadly, last year on this video channel, on multiple spots on my written blog, I predicted that Muhammad Ali would pass at age 74. And I said to look for the passing around the time of the upcoming Olympics. Of course, many people remember Muhammad Ali opening the 96 Olympics in Atlanta Summer Games. So if you're new to my channel, I show how throughout history, the celebrities that we know, the major names, their lives have been scripted by the numbers. Their names have been created according to the numbers. Muhammad Ali and many boxers are shining examples of this. Show you everything that's very interesting here. The name Muhammad Ali in Pythagorean gematria, Muhammad's 29, Ali's 13, put it together, it sums to 42, a number stamped all over black Americans and black people throughout the world in a negative way. It represents the most hateful word. Think about how Jackie Robinson wore 42. The word Rio also has gematria 42, very important numbers to the Freemasons who believe in order out of chaos and divide and conquer. A lot of divisive terms have 42 gematria. So anyhow, Muhammad Ali 42, just before the Rio Games. The big way, the name Muhammad equals 74. And this is part of the reason I thought he would go at age 74. Very special number. Masonic is 74. Jewish is 74. It is the Freemasons and Zionist Jews who are running the show by the numbers. It's the reason this nation's birthday is 7/4, July 4th. This number coded all throughout history in a major way. And it's a very spiritual number too. Muhammad equals 74. So does Jesus. So does Yeshua. So does cross. So does Messiah. So does gospel. Very special number. So Muhammad Ali in bad shape at age 74. The name Muhammad Ali sums to 96, like Freemason. Think about how he opened the 96 games in Atlanta. Atlanta on the 33rd parallel, just like Phoenix. Freemason the big way equals 96. Most boxing rings are 96 feet around, 24 feet on each side. You know, think about it. One of the greatest boxers, 96. What a fitting name. He was born Cassius Clay. People say he chose to change his name to Muhammad Ali. I guarantee you that's not true. What people don't understand about this world is if it's in the mainstream narrative, it's there for a reason. There's a people who control the mainstream narrative. They are the Masons and the Zionist Jews. And the information they put out there is on purpose. The people who they make celebrities, they make them. His birth name was Cassius Clay, gematria of 33, number of Freemason obsession. Plus, look at his initials. CC, the third letter, 33, Cassius Clay, 33. Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali, 33 and 42, incredibly important numbers to this game. His birthday, January 17th, 1942. Muhammad Ali also born in 42. Show you what's so special about this news coming on June 3rd. Kind of like 63. We'll talk about it in just a moment. What I want you to notice is his birth numerology from when he's born. Gematria of 79, like champion, many times a boxing champion. Like the word murder. There's often murders around major championships. The Olympics is very much, an international championship in a way for a number of events. He had a life lesson number of 34, which is the 139th prime number. Also, murder the small way. Birth numerology of 60, also coding out for that hateful word. There's a reason Kobe scored 60 points in his final game. And there's a reason Moses Malone died at age 60 just before the season began. Moses Malone drafted by Utah, first player out of high school. Kobe out of high school from Philly, where Moses Malone ended up playing the majority of his career. Finishes his career against Utah. Whole lot more to it than that. Moses Malone died on September 13th, a date that can be written 13/9, just like Tupac Shakur. The name Tupac Shakur equals 139, so does Freemasonry. Today's news comes 139 days after Muhammad Ali turned 74. Again, he has the life lesson number of 34. The number 139 is the 34th prime number. Not a coincidence here. Numbers that show up around killing, 74 and 139 both. So that gematria, Muhammad, Masonic, Jewish, 74 years old right now. You know who else is having a heyday at age 74? Bernie Sanders. Somebody who's duping a lot of people. A lot of Bernie Sanders supporters out there who, they're fed up with everyone else. And I agree, Bernie Sanders, he's got the best message, but he's still a fraud, and he's still out there putting on a show. If you haven't figured out that the voting's all rigged, the elections are all pre-planned, you're not getting it. There's a reason you live in the American dream. Wake up. Pay attention. Something I educate about, if you watch my very first video, this is number video 1,000 and something. If you watch number 1, I say look for the numbers 33, 47, 74. These numbers get paired together all the time. For example, only the 33rd state, Oregon, sums to 74. No other state does. Lots of pairings of 33 and 74. Jesus and cross equals 74. Jesus on the cross at age 33. Muhammad Ali is in critical condition on the 33rd parallel in Phoenix. Phoenix and Atlanta, named after ancient cities. Atlantis is what Atlanta is named after. The abbreviation ATL is 33. Atlantis also equals 33 on the 33rd parallel. Anyhow, that headline up at the top said he was in grave condition with the emphasis. Anytime the media does this, they're trying to clue you in on something. And here's what I can tell you about grave condition from what I know. Grave condition has gematria of 156. When you write out the word 33, it equals 156. When you write out February 2nd, it equals 156. The reason that's significant is because February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year. If you write out 44, it sums to 144. If you write out April 4th, it sums to 144. Think about 44 and 4/4. If you write out as above, so below, an important motto to the Masons and more, gematria of 156. And the Star of David, Israel's symbol, which is a physical representation of 33, gematria of 156, 2 3-sided triangles. The number 911 is the 156th prime. The World Trade Centers fell down on 911. They lasted for 33 years. If you write out 33, it sums to 156. The firm that built the World Trade Centers, their gematria sums to 156. Long before I knew that, I knew those buildings were built to be destroyed that day. And the more information you find, the more you see just how clear that agenda was. Again, we live in a world scripted by the numbers. From today, June 3rd, to August 5th, which is when the Rio Games start, the Olympics, is 63 days. 6-3, 63. If you add every number up to 63, it sums to 2016, like the year. From today until the end of the Olympics is 79 days, like murder, like champion. Muhammad Ali having the 79 birth numerology. On my blog, I have a lot of older posts like this, just small posts. I was looking at September 23rd in history. There was a lot of September 23rd foreshadowing. Anyway, checking out this fight between Ken Norton and Muhammad Ali in history. If you go through boxing and you apply gematria, you're going to see that throughout history, so many boxers that you know of have had 33 names and 96 names. Almost all the superstars you've ever heard of have. And if you learn this skill deeper, you'll start to notice that their names sync up with the records, with the dates they won their big fights on again and again. Here's Ken Norton and Muhammad Ali. Norton, a name with 96 and 33 gematria. One of these very important fights in history. Muhammad Ali won this fight in New York City on a date with 42 numerology. NYC equals 42. The date had 42 numerology. This is what it is, It's always been scripted by the numbers, by this same gang. It's way bigger than sports. It's history. It's wars. It's tragedies. The next thing to do after you watch this video is search for the song Police, Murder by Numbers. The word police equals 33. It's about how easy it is to kill people by the numbers, you know? Little clever lyrics about putting stuff in people's coffee. If Muhammad Ali dies in the next couple days, it might make sense for him to die June 5th. That's the 156th day of the year this year because it's a leap year. Robert Kennedy equals 156. He died on the 156th day of the year in history. His death synced up with his brother's, JFK. But grave condition 156. Today, the 154th day, June 5th will be the 156th day. If we get a headline about Muhammad Ali passing on June 5th, just remember. But I'm quite certain we will read about him dying before the start of the Rio Olympics. And let's just figure out something real quick here together. Let's figure out what 42 days is before Rio in light of Rio equaling 42 and Muhammad Ali. All right, so we want to go to the start. 18 days, I think it's June 21st. Oops, nope, June 24th. There we go. June 24th is 42 days before the start of the Olympics. And something tells me between now and then, we're going to read about Muhammad Ali passing. That's how it's been all throughout history, sacrificing people by the numbers in accordance with things that make sense. You know, Muhammad Ali makes sense because his numbers connect to Rio. He also opened up a Summer Olympics in the past. In history, the first Olympics was also on the 96th day of the year. The very first Olympics was on the 96th day of the year in Greece, once upon a time. Again, Muhammad Ali equals 96, 96 Summer Games. Things to think about. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.